Hey people, Infant here, TvangeS 3, Hades blue team. SuperMegaUltraPanda is an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura with the Ultramarines of course. The DLC that is, alongside Miggs as a Mekboy teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat as a bunch of orky gadgets, and rounded off the team, Alias as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. The red team, some Imperial guard. We have Badzarley with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee, begins with a refractor shield, can shoot his own fellas in the head to make him fight better. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC, recolored, looking quite cool. Loss as a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, very strong defense and support. Can also add to the retinue the Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme here, and rounded off the teams, TvangeS, I'm going to say, with a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat, great for capping and harassing some powerful control, being set upon by two players, well, two and a bit players. The Hormagaunts are here, teleports away, Banshees being careful, Guardians being very careful, down to 3 models. Banshees going in, don't have a lot of backup here, trying to do what they can to those Hormagaunts and then run away from the sluggers probably. Here come more Banshees, suggesting if they survive, they did survive, we might be seeing some group teleport shenanigans from the Warp Spider Exarch, which would be fun. Are these ladies going to get away though? That was an awesome special from the Lictor Alpha. Can they make it out? I don't know. Where's the flesh hook? They don't have the flesh hook. They didn't need the flesh hook. Banshees fall. Will they be replaced by TvangeS? And Alias has gone slightly mental. Oh, there we go. They stopped. They were getting 4 Termagant broods. They've got 3, which is still a little bit unusual. Sentinels being repaired while the Apothecary slaughters the guardsmen. Gonna just focus down the Apothecary. Yeah, that's the thing to do, I think. Got rid of him. Now the Tax should be fighting the guardsmen in melee, so they can't even shoot, but maybe they don't need to. Those guys died. There's still guardsmen here repairing. What a strange fight that was. 486 to 500 on the VP. Some more scouts up for SuperMegaUltraPanda. We don't do regular pandas around here, alright? With their normal paws and things. Sentinel with the ground pound, as we saw earlier, is chasing off some scouts. Lord Commissar starts smacking on the node for insubordination. In the mid, Banshees have their sights set on the Lictor Alpha, and he can be messed up pretty quickly by Banshees early on. Only has 630 health out the gate, as you can see. Banshees, though, also got set upon by a bunch of ranged fire and barely made it out. This is CLOS with some grenade launchers. Derek and Nigel, his buddies, also get them, which is fun. And we have a medical sergeant in the retinue of the Lord General there. I'm not sure why the Warp Spider retreated. Guardians also had some hit points on them. I guess there wasn't a huge amount they could do. Maybe they could poke at some models and take them out in melee. Looks like the blue team are going to decap here. Nope. They're sending everything into a power bash. It's probably smart. I'm going to make sure you get as much as you can. Is it going to be double? Yes, double sniper scouts for this SuperMegaUltraPanda. Lord Commissar with his shield up. Now goes for the power sword. Power weapon against heavy infantry such as Marines. Always handy. Pathogens in play. And down goes the Apothecary. Pathogens are very versatile infantry, these Pathogen Devils here. Can disrupt, can drop bombs, use grenade launchers, shotguns, power melee, support, everything. CLOS down to a single squad of guardsmen. I guess they stuck around too long, eh? Where are the bodies, though? Show me. Oh, there they are. There's a whole bunch of dead guardsmen over there. They got some Pathogen Devils of their own, and TvangeS does get the double Banshees up again. So look out for that group teleport maybe. Warrior Brood up here for Alias. and a Devastator Marine squad for SuperMegaUltraPanda. Lots of pressure though on them on this side. The Banshees have shown up now to help, the double Banshees that is. And they are going to take that node down quick. All those power weapons getting in there. Here's some support from Miggs. It's nice to have teleporting heroes as your central hero, and both teams have one. They can support the sides quite quickly. With the heroes at least. I mean, Banshees, I mean Eldar in general are super mobile, so they're always nice to have on the mid spot, I think. Webways and fleet of foot and that kind of thing. Oh no. Derek or Nigel have gone down. Which one is it? I'm not sure yet. I need to get into position quickly. I think it is Nigel that's gone down from the looks of it. Meanwhile, Northwest Power still under pressure here. Banshee staying a bit too long, but they do get away. Any war gear for the Walk Spider? No, they've gone tier 2 now. I think heavy gauge Death Spin is so good. Just being able to shut down a hero. Apothecary gets revived by the Mekboy. Quite a lot of heresy going on. And the Daka big shooter is in. For almost 38 piercing DPS on a teleporting hero. Not bad at all, eh? That's like 3 tactical marines that can teleport. All in one entity that can't bleed. Devastators with the heavy bolter. Not on the VP. They are really wanting to get this node down, eh? Nobody's gone to even try to decap. They don't know what's over there. Catachan Devil's taking a natural VP back. Tier 2 for Alias. Some long tier 1s it feels like. Not sure what the timer is like. But hey, Derek and Nigel are reunited over there. Well done. Now they're going to cap this, and they're still not moving to the VP. Sniper scouts. Did that shot even hit? That shot seemed to miss. Well, Commissar leading the line with lead by example. Oh, were they even able to use it? Yeah, they were. Because their shield was draining all of their energy there. Here comes a double Banshee mob. That's kind of scary. You can see one with fleet aspect of strength. And one with aspect of fleetness, I think. Yep. So one will have the spear on the Exarch, and one will have the mirror swords, as you see in the top left of the route there, those mirror swords. It's like 55, is it? 54 almost DPS power melee just on those mirror swords. It's quite a lot, and they can jump over things. This is bad for the tactical marines here. Catachans with power melee. I don't know how their knives are power melee. They're just really strong fellas. Very determined to stab things. Sanguine Chainsword for the Apothecary. Heal on hit. Lets him brawl. And use heals on other things because he can sustain himself maybe. Banshee's jumping. Warp Spider Exarch is getting the improved warp generator. One of the Banshees was kind of low, but they are mobbing. Ouch. You might want to get purification rights, Mr. Apothecary, if there's double Banshees running around. The tax did not make it. Can these Banshees make it out? Oh, Mekboy is teleporting to finish them. And they do go down. They do go down. So when they do get group teleport up, they lose a Banshee squad. Unfortunately. Barb Strangler Warrior Brood get a really good shot there. Bloody hell. Suppressed everything. Losing a model, you saw a synapse backlash there. Ogrin's on the way for Badzarley. But these guys are getting torn up. Why are you trying to fight with the suppression here? Need to get that anti-suppression armor, Mr. Lord General, because this isn't great. They are running. Here come the Eldar, who seem oh, they got more Banshees up. They are determined to get this group teleport going. I appreciate it. Ogrin's out. SuperMegaUltraPanda goes tier 2. Finally. It's a really, really late tier 2, I think. Feels like we've been in for 10 minutes. I could be wrong though. Triple cap for the blue team. Despite their losses, I mean, both teams have had some heavy losses. It's probably relatively even if you look at the numbers. TvangeS dropping 2 Banshee squads and still getting a group teleport going. I love. Here we see it. Setting up flanks. Can they wipe the scouts? They couldn't wipe them, but they did take 2 models off, and those guys will cost power to reinforce. Now they are chopping up Devastators, not doing as much damage as they could because they popped fleet there, which lowers their damage. You want to try and wait to use fleet until things have passed you, but I guess they used it to chase the scouts earlier. Apothecary with Armor of Purity on the way. Need some Purification Rites, bud, or Vials or something to combat the double Banshees, because Devastators is not it. The Warp Spider could just teleport in and tie them up, even if they don't have the group teleport. 340 to 365. I mean, a Dreadnought? Nope, they've gone Devastator Plasma Cannon. Just going to get group teleported, I think. And now there's Ogrins to deal with. I think a melee Dreadnought with enough support could do some work. Miggs could also get a Death Dread up, of course, and tear through some Banshees. They've got a War Truck. I don't think between them they're doing enough against these Banshees. I mean, these guys have big shooters to suppress them, at least. Lictor Alpha with the Corrosive Claws, messing up their damage resist and slowing them on hit. And there's that deadly jump. Ogrins get him moving, though. They did drop a model. They, of course, have their Bonehead leader for Use Your Head. West side, the other Ogrins, without any losses, are going to try and tear apart the War Truck, I think. They just dropped some mines in, but the Catechins can spot them. War Truck flees, because Ogrins do heavy melee damage with their Ripper guns. They smack you so hard with their gun that they can take out anything. That's Grim Darkness for you. You have a gun, but we're just going to crack you so hard with it, you'll explode. I'm not going to try and shoot you. I mean, they could just give them all rocket launchers or something that they can hit people with. Oh, here's a Dreadnought on the way for SuperMegaUltraPanda. I guess they wouldn't get enough shots with the rocket launcher. They couldn't be carrying all those rockets around. Blue team taking the west side. There's the teleport and the attacks on the plasma cannon. So we might see them get power blades so they could be more effective at that. Power blades are a pretty nice melee weapon. And oh hey, menacing visage for the Lictor Alpha. So you can terrify stuff. Force them to retreat. 285 to 352. Wraithguard on the field for TvangeS. And Dreadnought time. Banshees second guess their push. Can the Wraithguard get shots in here? Crack. Used Emperor's Fist on the Warp Spider. That's how annoyed they are with the Warp Spider. Wraithguard can't seem to hit it. They've got crack shot on them too. Global ability of the Warp Spider giving him more range and more damage. But can they use it? It's not easy to hit moving targets with the Wraithguard. You might need to ground target. Nob Squad on the way for Miggs in Tier 3. War Truck in the middle of it. Uh-oh. That is Inspire Determination Ogrins, and they will mess you up. War Truck didn't last a second. Nice grenade from TvangeS. Orks do make it out. Nob Squad on the field now for Miggs. They have tons of red. Could see a nasty rocks. Here comes a Dreadnought though. They've pushed it up really far. Ogrins on it. Catechins with their melter gun as well. I'm not sure if they're gonna chase. Level 3 Warp Spider weighing in with some DPS. Ogrins get on the Devastators now. And Banshees come out of nowhere and mess up the other devs. Oh, crack shot on the Catechins now. Okay. 285 to 295. Very, very close on VPs. These Ogrins still chasing a bit. Now they can try to power bash, I suppose. Looks like they're going to get at least a couple of the gens. Red team taking back the contested victory point. And they have this contested power too. But maybe not for long. Nob squad is on it. Webway's going up over there too. They should be able to spot it while it's being built. Yeah, they spotted it. And now they're close enough to see it anyway. Power was completely bashed and decapped, perhaps. Ogrins trying to create some space here. They are getting wrecked. There's Inspired Determination again, but I don't know if they want to do that with the Dreadnought around. They can damage vehicles, but this Dreadnought is made for fighting infantry, basically. It's got melee resistance and big DPS with splash damage, so even if you're a heavy melee infantry unit, without support and all of your models, I would think, it's a really rough fight. Maybe a Nob squad could go up against it. But they're allies right now. Tier 3 for Badzarley. There's a bunch of Eldar. And suddenly Eldar. Chop, 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 chop. I think they're using the fleet on the Banshees a bit too often. They're going to retreat through you. Don't need to use it. Keep all your damage output. 270 to 289. Lictor Alpha does get away. What is this? Those guys poking at the power. I mean, they've got a couple of gens, maybe. Not bad. TvangeS goes tier 3. So it's only SuperMegaUltraPanda and CLOS in tier 2, and a Librarian is up for SuperMegaUltraPanda. Dreadnought is repaired. They do have the double scout still to repair them. And the Apothecary with improved medical equipment. They have armor of the Apothecarian as well. What's going on east side? Are they making a run at the VP? They're just bashing the power for now. It's a bunch of Orky Daka. Anything else for that Mekboy? Just the mines. Haven't seemed super effective so far, but they might be. There's a Rocks. Might get a couple of good ones. Not bad, not bad. Melter guns now on the Lord General, and they do have incoming now. They did not get the suppression immunity one. It gives you damage immunity and knockback immunity. It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Here's a Swarm Lord for Alias. Super unit for Tyranids. Powerful melee combatant that provides a speed and reinforcement synapse. He's a pretty cool dude. Got all the bone swords you have. He's taken them. They're going to get a decap. Lictor Alpha's on it, level 3. Got some Bullgrins on the field now for Badzarley. Here they are. Doesn't really help them against the Dreadnought. I mean, it makes them... They do slightly more DPS, I think, with those power mauls. And they get more hit points and stuff, so I guess it just helps them with raw stats. But yeah, they're still getting kind of messed up. In fact, they got very close to wiping there. I think they're okay, though. Yeah, still 200 hit points on that fella. Commissar all alone, runs away. Nob squad was coming in. 245 to 263. Double cap for the blue team. Through the mid, bashing power. Swarm Lord didn't even take that much damage, eh? Does have a self-heal, that guy. Can leech essence from enemies around him and drain their health. Lictor Alpha suddenly shows up. Terrifies the Catechins and then runs away. Meanwhile... This guy's really angry about the node. Are you going to shoot it? There's a webway there too. And they can spot the webway because it's a Nob leader. Miggs has forgotten about those pillars. There's double Nob squad though on the field. With the Swarm Lord alongside them, eh? That's kind of neat. Bullgrins running in. And there's use your shield to suppress the Nobs. They're popping their frenzy to counter it. This is not a good fight for the Bullgrins here. I mean, just fighting one Nob squad would have been too much for them. There's two of them and a Swarm Lord. Heavy turret. Dropped in by the Lord General. doing some good anti-vehicle damage, and the Swarmlord does have vehicle armor. Getting some good hits in. Wraithguard getting a decent hit. There's the Blade Flurry. Don't think it hit much. And now he leaps. Took a lot of damage there though. I thought he was just going to run through and smack the turret down, but didn't do it. Something died over here. Apothecary died. I guess those fellas used the webway. Again, a bunch of heresy. 245 to 125. Here are the Bullgrins. Oh, they didn't fully reinforce though. User shield is active. There we go. Gives them extra health regen, I think, and extra damage resistance when they use it. As well as the AoE suppression, but again, they can't fight the Dreadnought. Oh, they have a Lumen Rust. I was going to say, where's the Stormtroopers or something to fight the Dreadnought, but they have a Lumen Rust. That's going to get a Vanquisher Cannon, and it's going to be a massive threat to that Dreadnought. And if they're forced to turn this into a las cannon, then they lose that suppression. These guys need to be careful. Plasma cannon's winding up. Oh dear. I think they'll make it out. The Warlock survived. Immediately Lumen Rust making itself known. Got a little las cannon on front too. Little las cannon doing some work. Dreadnought's just going to die. SuperMegaUltraPanda's forgotten about the Dreadnought and down it goes. That was weird. Need to go tier 3. They need to go tier 3. What is this? Oh. A Tyranids formation went off from Alias. They still have their Swarm Lord. They've lost their Warrior Brood along the way. But here comes a Carnifex. And yes, that Carnifex does get a speed boost from the Swarm Lord. Vox Operator calling in some reinforcements there. Taking down the Kapuri Towers. They are an affront to the Emperor. Don't talk about the Eldar. Fire Prism's up. That's a nice tool to have against the double knob squads here. Oh, and so is the Singularity. Drags in retreating units. Pretty good. Fire Prism does really good disruption from long range. It's kind of like paper though. Once it takes some hits, and it's only got 500 hit points. Need to try and keep it maximum range. There is a Force Barrier. Force Barrier and Retreat. What level are the Bullgrins? Not quite level 3. 211 to 100 on the VPs. These guys are now just taking shots. Yeah, because they're massively out of coherency. There we go. There's that Inspired Determination again. Heals the other models to full when it's activated. But apparently they don't want to fight Nob still. And I mean, I agree. Probably time to retreat, but there you go. 184 to 100, double cap. For the red, Fire Prism's here. Vanquisher Lumen Rust is here. And Tyranids push the east side. It is a Thornback Carnifex. Lictor Alpha drops. They need to take out that heavy turret. Another heavy turret comes in. They're really not trying to take out the heavy turrets. There's the Leech Essence. They're trying to get through the infantry. I don't think the Swarm Lord has splash damage. He attacks really quickly. Now they can take out the turrets, maybe. I hear a Rocks or something. And a Singularity. Ouch. I thought I heard the rumbling of a Rocks. 147 to 100. Looks like the west side is staying red for now. What about this though? Turning blue. Some brave Bullgrins coming in. Both the turrets were taken down. The Swarm Lord is low. You need to try and get out. Melter Lord General's in there. Being tied up now by the Carnifex. And is being messed up. Carnifex got a bunch of XP here. Big special. With a bunch of poor little fellas. I mean, the Carnifex's talons are the size of like 3 guardsmen, head to toe. Fire Prism goes down. I don't know what by. Heck, got it. at these commandos, but they're so far away. I don't know. I don't know what murdered the fire prism. Maybe it was floating around aimlessly for a while before it exploded, and those commandos got it. It's a bunch of fire for termagants. They are not a fan, and they wipe. Frees up some upkeep for Alias, I guess. SuperMegaUltraPanda finally goes tier 3. And do they go Land Raider now? They need to save up. They do have a Whirlwind, which is interesting. Something to park on that contested victory point, I guess. 142 to 61. Kashyyyk on the field for Badzarley. With plasma guns in hand, they can freely change their specialized weapon, though, which is cool. You get melters and grenade launchers. Librarian really trying to shoot that mine, and they can't do it. Apothecary goes for the decap. Might need to heal themselves. Oh, they've got a customized Stormbolter now too. Allows them to engage from range, stay at distance, maybe stay a bit safer, and support. And full auto is amazing too. Double cap for the red team. Sneaky Orks though, being sneaky. Looking for the rear of the Leman Russ maybe. Or maybe double burner bomb on the D cannon. They're all split up though. Look. There's use your shield. Sniper scout still sniping. Where are the other ones? Oh, they're at base. Mekboy trying to decap amongst the chaos and the mayhem of the Orks fighting. Inspired Determination was up on the Bullgrins there, but they have now retreated. It's a good force barrier. Now the Nob squads can charge down the Vanquisher Demon Russ. With Frenzy active, they're in there. They've got their EU jammers. See those momentum rings building up. They're just desperately trying to repair it and pump damage onto the Nobs. It's a bad way to go about things. You don't want to try and out-repair a Nob squad. There's that Mega Rumbler. They're still chasing. And then they run. Would have been a great time to use Call the Boys there. Lots of death on this west side. That's the singularity. Gonna catch those retreating Nobs, I think, but it didn't hit them. 33 to 61. What is this? A Tyranids formation. And well played to TvangeS. Pressuring the VP here and capping it. A Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex now. Not sure where the Swarm Lord is. Yeah, it must be healing up. I see it in base. You guys gonna survive? They do. Got away. The Sergeant got away. Termagants on capping duty. Lictor Alpha down. Maybe the mech could teleport over there. Or maybe SuperMegaUltraPanda could use Laraman's Blessing and get him back on the field. Oh, there he is. He's up. We just repurchased. Cap, says Alias. Apothecary's getting shot down here. A little bit sloppy to keep him there, I think. Bullgrins, what are you up to, fellas? Oh, they're all split up, look. And there's Inspired Determination again. Just obliterated those Devastators. Poor bastards. Shame they don't have a Chimera around to reinforce them. And they just obliterated the Librarian too. Now in on some Terminators. Getting disrupted though, and Terminators are no slouch in melee, even though they aren't Assault Terminators. They still have those Power Fists. Tyranids pushing the east side with some Orky support. It's a nasty combo to face, isn't it? Carnifexes and Nob squads. Avatar on the way for TvangeS. Stolen the VP. So close, 23 to 15. Incredibly close. SuperMegaUltraPanda was so slow getting to tier 3. And if they didn't get the Whirlwind, they might have been able to get a Land Raider up. There's GG. They think it's over. Blue team have done enough. Looks like they have. Avatar able to do something cool at the end with a Wrath of Cain. Level 4 Apothecary on the winning team. Level 10 Mekboy in there somewhere. There he is. Alias, the Lictor Alpha, level 4. Level 6 Lord Commissar. Had a lot of inspiring determination going on. TvangeS, the Warp Spider, level 8. Did have Shimmer Orb at the end. Lost a few Banshees, but kept going with them. And a level 5 Lord General. Was slow getting to tier 3, the Apothecary, but they pulled it through. They got the victory with the 2 naturals capped for their team. Bunch of webways around here too, eh? Well, there you have it, guys. It's a fun game. It was a close game. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.